Hello everybody, happy Sunday, happy fun day, it's Amiga Day, every day around here, and I'm tangled up in my cords already. So I want to say hi to everybody. This desk is, let me mute myself. Holy crap. Oh my god. Prepared, yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. There's always that weird 30-second delay on the stream versus what's really happening. Just jammed to some music mods on the 3000. I got the 4000 on also, and the Vampire 2000. I'm going to put my phone on mute and the volume down because this thing goes off like a 90s drug dealer, and I'm actually going to put it just went off over here. So, ouch. Welcome. It's good morning for me, afternoon for most of you. I'm going to knock this on the floor, so getting fancy here. Got two different capture devices set up. We're going to be going over some mail time stuff. There's way more down below, and a special bazooka tube here that I was told not to open, so I have not. And a couple of letters I'm going to read, some random YouTube-y, some random stuff I've purchased for repairs with your help, some donations to the channel, and just some other tidbits. Then after mail time, I'm going to tell you a neat story about what's in that black bag right there. If you haven't heard about it already, just kind of neat. It's a little off topic. It is not Amiga related at all, but it relates to me a long time ago and today. So, I apologize if I keep swallowing. I tried to fire down a bagel with cream cheese like 3 minutes before I click the button. That's always something. I will be reading your comments as we, Commodore Command Central there. As we roll through, I will be reading your comments, answering them. I do have this on live chat. I always screw up and put it on top chat or something like that. So I just want to get started. I don't want to stream for 3 hours and take up your evening, your afternoon, or your morning. Just want to share a little bit. Damien, greetings from Poland. Hello. Hold a modify. He bought an Amiga store. Yep. Special thanks to PayPal credit if you're watching. I could use another increase. Need some more things to be a custodian of. Adam, hello. Alfie's Games, hello. Wonderful. Jonathan, yes, hello. Big Galer, hi Chris, happy Amiga Day. Rick, hello from UK. And everyone, I missed a whole bunch of comments, and I apologize. Warmel, Stephen, Bruce, I did send you the webpage for pizza. Minty, hello. Everyone, okay, so I'm just gonna... Jeff from Flint, Michigan. I'm going to bust to the weirdness here. Over the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, last year, my wife, Mona, and I and my daughter went to her aunt's and uncle's house in another state. And on the countertop was this bottle. Not this exact bottle, but this bottle. It is a Segura Viudis Brut Reserve Heredad from Spain. I thought the bottle looked like something a vampire would be drinking out of. I'm going to get my fat self up and try not to trip over the cables to show you this thing. It is really cool. This is all metal, aluminum, somethings, I don't know. It's got like this really cool logo on it. And, this is just paper up here, but that's the crap it was. I don't know how clear that's coming across, but I mean, this is a really neat bottle. Grapevines and the... Stupid, but it's just really neat. I just thought that was cool. And the beverage inside was utterly horrid. It was the driest crap I have ever drank in my entire life. I actually dumped probably half of it down the sink. I am in my orange fall PJs and my Pimiga shirt. Courtesy of Mr. Staney. Thank you. I have a thicker one, but it's hot outside today, and it's going to get extremely warm with the heaters that are turned on. So, Next on the list, without the bottle, I'll get into this in a second. I bought myself another cheap Chinesium LCD tester thing. You put caps in it or whatever, diodes, transistors, and it will tell you if they're good, bad, ESR ratings, stuff like that. This is the updated one. I had a TC1. They're all over eBooger. And this is the TC2, and it's rechargeable, and it's actually a pretty decent product. I blew up my TC1 because I forgot to discharge a capacitor when I went to test it with Eclipse, and boom! So, that was that. I'm going to toss things on the floor. Next is something really cool, not the letter opener. And if I'm too loud or not loud enough, let me know. I tried my best to professionalize myself a little bit more than normal. I tested recordings, and I even have like tape where to put the microphone when I show Pimiga. I have it HDMI capture, so you'll see it full screen live. Can't figure out the audio, but no big deal. The next story, I have my prison bracelet here for you guys coming up too. So when I get to the electronics, which are down below, check these out. So this, real quick, is I have an Amiga 4000 in for repair. And it's from Adam. I'm not going to mention his last name. But he recently lost his uncle in his family. So Adam, sorry about your loss of your uncle. But he was basically gifted an Amiga 4000 that did not work. He reached out to me on Facebook Messenger, and we conversed some pictures, and then I agreed to repair it. And it's actually off camera. I had to clean up for you guys. But a lot of times when I repair things, people just kind of send me little gifts. I don't charge you for repairs. And if I can repair them, minus like super expensive parts. Like if you need an accelerator or a CPU or just something out of the norm, I just can't do that. So, thank you guys for the sound check. So he reached out, and basically his uncle and apparently his other uncle ran a business called ValleySoft in Pembroke, Ontario. And Adam's Uncle Bill was responsible for, the sales and promotion and advertising. And the other uncle kind of did all the back-end business. So they were a licensed Commodore New Tech dealer. They sold Lightwave and video toaster packages towards the end of the business's run. Long story short, Adam was a younger person in his life and helped them out with that. And he had vintage shirts. So this is a vintage Amiga shirt, and on the back is the Boing Ball, and it says the business name, location, address, phone number, their website, early website. And these are vintage, and they are fat man sized. So that is greatly appreciated. This is a short sleeve white and a different take on the logo, and this is the long tan Amiga 500 color, 2000 color, I guess you'd say. And same thing on the back, the ValleySoft logo. Now, when I first took these out of the bag, you can listen to this, a little ASMR for you. These are extremely hardened. They've taken Viagra over the many years since they've been in a bag or a shelf. So I was going to toss them in the dryer and inside out. Mona was like, put them in a pillowcase inside out. And they smell like they've been in a Goodwill or Salvation. Your aunt's attic. That clothing smell of must for years. So these are at least 20, 30 years old-ish. And I greatly appreciate it. And I will be wearing them on the future video you will see when I repair Adam's board. So that's really neat. Just little tiny thing. And when I do repairs, I ask for a note and a story, so I don't forget. Contrary to the awesome video that I do with editing, I forget a lot of things because I have a lot going on. In case you haven't noticed, there's just a few Amigas around the room, and you'll notice Big Hoss and his bigger sister right next door. And these are all future. You will be seeing stuff on my channel pretty much in the past. I have a lot of videos stacked up. I think there's 14 pre-done, edited, ready to roll. I just click a button and it flaps posts out everywhere, and then they go. And I rotate a Patreon and a YouTube 2 times a week, and that's how you get them. So I have a lot of videos ready, and I have even more to edit. So, moving on. For the 4000 tower, I had, when you guys first saw it, when it wouldn't boot, it was just blipping, and it turned out to be the audio grounding out on the audio board, RGB board, which was recapped, later fixed. I reached out to Amiga Kit, and I asked if they still sold the ATX to AT. Yeah, I did that backwards. ATX to AT with a button. And they do. So this has the correct P8 and P9. That is for the 4000 tower. Yet, thank you Amiga Kit, I did not need that because it was just working. And I kind of went nuts that day. I was buying parts. I got this vintage micro connectors, 6 foot. This is regular female male type power extension cable, so you can plug it into the back of the 4000 tower. Same with the Amiga 4000 desktop. They have that double, so you could power the monitor off of the same power supply mains. Basically, it doesn't actually hit through the power supply. That's not going to hurt you, so that's kind of cool. Also with Amiga Kit, I got a floppy thing, like my brain's gone, the Berg connectors. Got those. I buy a lot of stuff at night. During an upcoming video you'll see on Patreon in a couple days, probably tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest, I was doing the I/O board for the 4000 tower. Spoilers! And I had to buy a bunch of pin headers, so just useless, just parts for repairs and future stuff. This is for Pimiga. And then I hit up eBay because I needed a socket, and I ended up buying about 10 of these tubes of Denise sockets. Useless stuff. And then I needed one amber socket, so I bought one amber socket, and this is 40 or 50, I forget, because it was one pack of, and I do that a lot. If you're searching for sockets or repair parts, just get the chip size, like DIP 40, DIP 36, whatever, DIP 68. Don't search for the word Amiga in the part, because that instantly raises that price about $50. So those sockets were literally like $13 to $15. These are repair chips for U.S. Postal Service. Did some wonderful bending to fit them in my mailbox, and yeah, that's nice of them. This is, I think, 60, I forget, hex inverters, quad buffers, something like that, for a 3000 tower repair that I did. And more sockets. We're running out of stuff. No, we're not. Next on the list is from Great Britain. I purchased this on eBooger from Mr. Adrian. He packaged it in standard whatever letter tape, regular tape, and the U.S. Customs Service did this. They said hello, and to make sure it wasn't cocaine or something, I don't know, but I guess they repackaged it, and they did a wonderful job of not doing it. Let me put on the old prison bracelet here. 1 second. Yes, I have one sock on. Okay, this is for the CD TV. This is a, sorry, I'm not going to eat the mic, new SCSI module, where you can plug internal, external, and it has a smaller 38, I think it is, AMD SCSI chip versus the long one that is in the 3000s. So that's going to be cool. That's coming up. There's some major Commodore CD TV videos coming up very, very, very soon after I am fast tracking the 4000 tower. Which leads me to this and this. Now these are the 4000 tower feet 3D print recreations that are currently on Thingiverse. Hello, Scott. Dr. Phil? You need a basement like Dr. Chris. Cool. Sergey, you're welcome. Thank you, Adam. I also buy at night. Yeah, I do it laying in bed. Simon? Yes, indeed. So I asked on a video or Facebook or somewhere if anybody could print these things out, because my printer that my wonderful Discord friends all chipped in for a year ago, which I used the living crap out of, just wasn't large enough. I needed a John Holmes printer, you know, something that could... So, two people reached out. So Andrew, I'm not going to mention your last name, reached out and he says, hey, I have a printer and I'm going to put a little homage to a special someone in your life. So this is the 4000T foot with, I don't know if you can see that, we have, let me see if that's showing, yep. This is the Mona edition. And then the wonderful Grandmaster Wizard, Mr. David Z, also just shipped me these. They are in, I think, like 80% infill. These are some tough dogs. Now, the original 4000 tower feet, for those of you who have never seen them, they are kind of clamp adjustable. They're kind of hollow underneath, and they have some like clicky adjustments to get around the girth that is her gut. But these are perfect. I actually used all four because why not? Thank you guys so much for helping me out with that. By the way, this entire endeavor is powered by the sun, so thank you for the sun today. Next up, I have, oh my god, I have so many things. I'm going to keep this big box because I don't even know what it is. This was beat up too. This is me. I remember this. This is going to be power supply. Klingon Deathblade letter opener. I just cleaned this thing off too. Now it's going to have tape boogers all over it. Whoop. Whoa. Or not. Cut away from you. Yep. Oh, wonderful packing here. This is a replacement brand new power supply for the 4000 tower. Brand new. Never touched. We'll get to that one day. I'm not putting it in there because I have it and it's working. And I recapped that power supply for $64. Yeah, you'll see all that coming soon. Dominic, thank you for this. I reached out. I think I just made a comment somewhere about I've used up all my Workbench 1.3 ROMs because doing all these repairs, and I'm going through ROMs left and right. Like, apparently I'm getting the bottom of the barrel of what's left of repairs, the worst of the worst, and I don't mind helping you guys at all. ROMs are getting to 13, 18 bucks, and a lot of people just have buckets of them sitting around. I have a lot of 3000 ROMs because apparently I'm like fixing those a lot, and I've gone through and I've bought ROMs, but they're like 60 bucks for 10 now, and it's just getting worse, harder to find as we all get older. So Dominic sent me 4 ROMs. I opened them in advance because I didn't know what the package was, and I think they are 1.3s and a 2.0 set. And that's exactly what they are. There is a, 1200 3.0, a 204 562.1, and a 1.3. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And they will be used up because I actually need this 1200 set for one that is in the pipeline. Well, 5 things left. Next on the list is an older something, but this person knows who they are, so I'm calling you out. Mr. Jonathan, thank you for this help. This is a crimper thingy to make yourself cables, because I needed some IDE cables. So he hooked me up with ends, the cable, and the crimper. And not only that, this thing. This thing has saved 4 boards so far. Mr. J, thank you so much for this. You helped me out more than you will ever know the appreciation of. This is a... I'm not going to open it because I stab myself every time I do this. These are hand drills. They are finger drills, and they are the smallest. You will stab yourself. Cut myself right there on one right before the video started. These are incredible. Good morning, Doug. So if you never need to get through via concrete solder, you know when you're soldering on your stuff and it's got that 30-year-old Varda 8-up junk and you just can't get through it, these little hand drills, they're from a company called Mudder, M-U-D-D-E-R. It's a 57-piece hand drill bit set and 46 pieces of micro twist drill bits. Blah, 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 blah. It's got some extra bits in here for these things. And a little tiny, like, hand-powered mini screwdriver one, but it's drill bits. And they're super fine. So these will fit through the smallest of via holes on a motherboard. And these, so far, have saved 3 boards that I have yet to show. Because remember, I film way in advance. This is for Pimiga 3. The big beast in the room. I have 3 more boxes. This was from William. I'm not going to mention your last name. I don't know if I repaired your computer or if you just sent this to me. And we talked about it a while ago. And I'm going to cut myself. I know it. I save a lot of the packages because for these things, I haven't done a mail time in months. So a lot of these have been sitting around. This is packed in there. This is a 2 megabyte Zorro memory board with the wonderful, reliable Commodore 64 MT dips. So I'm sure these are all just perfectly working. A lot of tantalum capacitors on this one, which is nice because it has 3 of these orange tree, old style, ceramic-y fat girls. 16100. Not bad. Bent over. I don't know if this works. We'll be testing that out on the Sacrificial 2000. Thank you so much for that. I like all these Zorro cards and things. They're really cool. 3 more things to get to, and then we're going to get to the Pimiga demo. I don't want to take up a lot of your time today. This is not open. This is from our Discord user, GreyWolf123. Oh, I remember this. I thanked this person for this offline. Again, from the ROMs scenario. Yeah, Doug, I'll post some links when I have the videos upcoming. They are really, really great. So this is an ICD ADRAM for the Amiga 500. This should have the Gary adapter in it. Ouch, dang. Let's put that there. So this is an ICD ADRAM. It's the older model, but it checks out. They're all older now, right? From iComp Gens, there is a thingy doohickey in here. Should be, yep. So here is your, I think it's your Gary adapter. And it has a little ribbon cable that plugs into the, this thing like this. And this will go into the belly slot. This will go into the Gary, and then you can jump your Agnes settings for like an 8372A or the 01. Pretty neat. I'm going to put this back. Yes, I am still wearing the prison bracelet. Don't want to... Scott Jacobs says, Fat Bottom Girls. Yep. Would you like my clickbait Mona screen? That comes to us from another disc. How does this go in there? I don't want to bend this. I'm carefully putting this. Nope. Right there. Next is... Oh, this is something for Mona. That must be for Mona. That's the 69 Widow Stick. A Wow Stick. Wow Stick 69 in 1. It is a precision wireless screwdriver with a massive book. Conveniently sized for her pleasure. Oh, it's a little smaller than you think. really, ooh, magnetic, sealed, with a bunch of tips. And cool. I guess it just charges in here with, or is that a stand? I don't know. Oh, it has a USB micro on the back. Very nice. That's going to get used a lot. Thank you so much. Got to figure out how to put everything back together. I don't want to take everything apart right now on the stream. Once again, I don't want to suck up your time, but I greatly appreciate everybody helping me out with this stuff. This was like way over the top. I just made a call out if anybody had any ROMs. What the heck? There's like all sorts of stuff in here. Well, there's a 512 memory board in the bottom there for an Amiga 500. This is what looks like a ROMulator. They were popular a couple years ago. I think Doug did a video on them showing how they worked. And that will come in handy for what's down below from me. This shirt had no hair on it when I started. Next is a Retro Rewind A500 2000 CPU relocator. Very cool, because if you're going to do like a Pi Storm and you don't want to have a CPU slot enabled, and you can move it over so it's not underneath the Amiga 2000's floppy tray area, or even on a 500 you can get her north a little bit because you're running, maybe you're running a, gosh, my brain don't work, you know, RGB to HDMI, that's the word I'm looking for. This says 060 CPU. There's an 060 CPU in here. That's way too much. Where is all this hair coming from? I think people have dogs. I have a dog. Oh, not an 060 CPU. I remember talking about this. This is old. That's not a word. These are old 72-pin SIMs of various capacity. And, you know, don't know if they work or not. We'll test them out. That's great, because that girl ate some memory. That was some special RAM. And we have an old 512K Agnes times 2. Cool. Amiga Forever Kickstart 3.1 ROMs for a 4000 desktop. Cool. There is a 4000 desktop off camera I have not shown yet. That is considered to be the bench 4000, where supposedly I can test on repairs without taking these girls apart all the time, because I always need a power supply. I always need this. I have since accumulated the power supply rails from Amiga Kit that hook to an ATX power supply, and you can, you know, set a jumper and use a modern power supply. Now I'm good all the way through the 4000 tower. The 3000 tower, I still have to take mine apart. There are no adapters for them because the pin is an ATX pin, except it's just wired differently. I actually printed out somewhere before I cleaned up and lost everything the pinouts. So, hi, do you ever sell the products you create? I have only created one thing. Or is that to Doug? ROMulator has uses for sure, but they hate every accelerator I've tried with them. Ooh, so maybe for a stock thing to like bust back to 1.3? And there's some Kickstart 1.3, 3.0, and I don't know what machine they're for. It just says Kickstart 1. Oh, 1.3, 1.3. Okay, 1.3. Are these burned ROMs? And it looks like an older Denise, OCS Denise, I think. Or Paula, I don't know. Can't read through the thing. I don't want to open everything up. And a 204. And a 3.1 for a 1200. Man, you guys are like over the top. I'm okay on ROMs now. I'm okay on ROMs. Whoop. I was okay on ROMs. Thank you so much for this. This screwdriver thing is going to come in really handy. Final big thing. I don't need the prison bracelet for this. Alright. This is going to be paid for. I haven't paid for it yet. But you know how I kind of like Amigas just a little bit. And I've wanted to kind of be the custodian of the fleet. Now, there are more off camera and on the fourth wall because I kind of had to clean up the hoard. It's messy in here. There's a tea there I went to drink. I kind of did some display and pretty foo-foo for a stream, but normally you've seen my videos. I work in a circle. It's trashed. I've sent Kevin off-screen pictures, Jonathan off-screen little videos of how trashed the room is. And it's just hilarious sometimes, the amount of stuff. If you would see pictures of my Firebird in the garage, there isn't a Firebird there anymore. It is actually all shipping boxes from... Where's the trash can? From stuff. So there are still more Amigas that I actually need. Yes, they are well, I have it now. Let's cut it. This is the let's cut it. This ain't a filmed video. This is the Amiga 500 Plus Cartoon Classics pack. This is just the Amiga itself. This does work. I need to pay for this. The person is in chat, and I will pay you for this. I promise. And because you gotta have them all, right? How do you... This folds out, right? This is just the box. Remember, this is 30-something years old. This is a PAL Amiga. No power supply, because this is Merca, where Jesus lives. We don't use those big, weird power supplies. Original styrofoam. Being very careful with it. Oops. And a 500. Gosh, these are heavy. Or I'm a weakling on a weird angle. So, oi! Amiga 500 Plus. Belly slot door thing. Floppy drive. If I can remember correctly, a lot of these had that weird, what was that? Like a Sony drive that would just spin all the time. It would just run. The motor would just, the spindle motor just ran, and when it needed to access the disc, it would access it. But it just sounded like funny. The JU something, if you guys know the name of that. It's cool. Greatly appreciated. If any of you guys have a 3000 UX or a prototype 3400 that you're willing to get rid of for a fella, let me know. I do know one person that does have that. I don't know how to put this back together, so I'm just going to do that. And like that. Alright, I'm going to move my fat body for a second. Well, no I'm not. So that is all the mail stuff. This is just a USB DAC, or digital audio converter, for Pimiga 3. I'm going to show you how you can do that, because Raspberry Pi audio out the box is total crap. It's okay. If you got some decent speakers, it's really good. And, yes, the battery is out of that 500 Plus, and it's totally functional. I did test it. I just put it back in the box for unboxing, but I wanted it to live in the box. I have a boxed Amiga 500 on the other side. It's Bob. I've done a video on it in the past. He's the one that has not a fingerprint, never been touched, perfectly brand new. So, yeah. Oh, I can't get to that story. The tube. So, Jonathan and Nicole did something for me, and I was told, do not open this. This was supposed to be here next week. Due to scheduling and whatever, it's stapled, hold on, that it wasn't, it was delivered fast. This was from Amazon delivery, I think. I don't know, it came from the Zarani in New Jersey, which is one state away from me. I'm in Pennsylvania. And, well, I'm just going to pull this. It's stapled. Yeah! Oh. Okay, be careful of those. We have paper. We have something. We have a poster. Oh. Poster with a piece of paper in the middle. Hold on. I'm not gonna. I'm getting the piece of paper out first. Oh. Nope, it fell down the other side. Come on. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Eaten alive, the Varda demon banished. What the heck? Is that a 4000? Will it live, Master? Sysinfo pseudo on the Raspberry Pi to Commodore. Is that supposed to be me? Oh my god, it's the helmet of Goober. Cannon fodder, that's my favorite game. Omnibot, my phone. Sysinfo, the Commodore phone. What the? Master. What is that word? Just Chris Edwards. I can't even. I gotta hold this up. Chris Edwards, the greatest Amiga necromancer this age, perhaps of all time. This is hilarious. Let me stand my fat ass up and show you guys this. Let me move the microphone because it's wrinkled, rolled up, and this is just epically hilarious. I'm trying to get the camera. So this is the top, eaten alive, the Varda. There's the Egypt head. Digging it out of the ground. My Omnibot Sysinfo. This is awesome. I love it so much. I'm going to get this son of a bitch framed. That is freaking epic. Holy crap, man. I got like a tear in my eye. This is awesome. Look at that. That is just hilarious. I'm going to have to let this thing like ouch, I'm going to fall. Unroll. Sorry. Give you some detail here. There's my Omnibot. I'm glad I look a lot better. Not my bald head. That's great. I have a lab. Look at, there's sudo, because I'm always running Linux stuff in sudo and getting people mad. The 4000 or a 3000 tower, it's kind of like this way. It's upside down in a chest from Egypt. I don't know what that word means. Thaumaturgus, a necromancer, I guess. I don't know. Reviver of the dead. The cannon fodder army hat. Sorry. It's very big. It is hot down here. That is freaking wonderful. My Commodore phone. Is that my actual phone? That. Holy crap, guys. That is. Oh my god. That is freaking epic. There's the phone. There's Omnibot. There's Voltron. Voltron hasn't been in the scenes for a while. I gotta sit down. My gosh. 2 thumbs up for me. Thaumaturgus. Hey, I'm an English major. Is that Mona on the Sphinx's face? Dude, I don't know. That's freaking epic. I gotta read the note. There's a note in here. I just think it's a Sphinx digging up, you know, that is epic. I'm gonna get that framed. I got Nuka Girl right there holding a cup, a cola. That's my only wall left. I'm gonna expand the studio, and I was actually thinking about, man, I gotta turn these guys off if you don't mind. It's just heck-chew. The Amiga, the only computer you can actually just kill and not give 2 craps because it's cool. There's no shutdown procedure. Just kill them. There's a note. Okay, it's just the receipt. Guys, freaking awesome. That is so awesome. If I could hang this, I got too much stuff. Well, I don't have too much stuff. I want to hang it so y'all can see it. What about I can move these 2 and kind of stick it right there because that's mainly where I film. This is in the back under my kitchen corner of my house downstairs in the basement. Epic. That is epic. I gotta put this back in the tube because I have one more story from youth. And how do you get the, you know, whenever you take something out of something, it never fits right again. Nope. do the old roll a little bit. Sorry. Intermission for a second while I make a tube smaller. Paper quality is really thick on this too. There we go. That is freaking awesome. I'm going to use this as a buffer. That is, ooh, ow, staples. They're not going anywhere. Thank you. Beyond words so much. That is freaking incredible. Awesome. That is really cool. Yes, Adam, that is a sweet ass poster. That is cool. Oh, it means one who performs miracles. I'm just a regular guy that devotes way too much time into fixing these things for you guys. Not for any reason that, you know, not looking to be rich. I would like to be rich, but that's not happening. Don't follow me for money tips on how to save money. Which leads me to this. I'm going to bust out the fanciness of... Well, that's Pimiga 3. 1 second. I'm going to move the microphone because I pre-did all this to show you all something. Okay. I'm going to pull up a picture here. And this is me at... Well, let me get the stupid Stream Deck thing to desktop. So this here is me in 1982. Yes, that is an OJ Cabbage Patch Kid. I have a mullet. But, notice the Afghan and the guitar. You may have heard this story on Facebook already. Let's just take a gander at that for a second. I'm going to pick one thing up that I forgot to grab for this. Alright, so, when I was about 14 years old, 1982, my mom gifted me this guitar. And... she handmade that yellow and white Afghan crochet, whatever you call it, couch cover thing, right? Now, that's cool. But, old bull, you brought me here. So, that's really cool, right? Now, let's go back to main camera. And, let me go back to OBS. Alright, there is the Afghan from that photo, right? Here it is. And I gave that guitar away a long time ago. The first day I had it, I dropped it on the table and I broke a chip out of it, right? It was leaning and it fell and hit the corner of a table and took a chip out of the top. Later on in life, I think I was in my 20s, and one of my neighbors in an upstairs apartment from me wanted to learn how to play guitar. I had several of them. And I was several years old. And I just don't have the room, Doug. But, let me throw this over there. Yeah. I gave it away to a neighbor. He moved to New Jersey. Never saw it again. Didn't think of it. Getting older in life, I thought about that guitar. I have an Ibanez, a black Ibanez I usually play. And I just figured I'd take a gander. And I said, look, eBay... Late at night, I found that guitar. I'm like, wow, that looks just like my guitar. It's got the same chip. What could be the odds? So I wrote the guy. I said, hey, on this guitar, I said, I had a guitar just like this that I gave to one of my neighbors when I used to live in this apartment complex in the early 90s. He's like, is your name this? Did you have this? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I think this is your guitar. I said, well, can you do me a favor? Oh my God, I'm sorry about that. Look at that. Practiced and screwed it up. So, long story short, found my guitar on eBay. I bought the guitar back, but before I bought the guitar back, I asked the person, I said, look, can you look under the spring clip? Because on that clip, I wrote my name. So, sorry for the Pimiga capture. I'm just switching screens here. I want to show you something. When I was a child, well, teenager, in 1982, I did this. Where the hell is it? There it is. So there is my name, Christopher Edwards. The S is like really jacked up over here, 1982. That was under the spring plate. Isn't that neat? So there's me on my phone right now, and there's the guitar, because I have it. And here it is. So this is that guitar. It's just, I mean, I know it's not Amiga related, but it's kind of neat. Let me get the microphone because I forgot it again. Practice, practice. Even wrote little marks where to set the gain. This is in my original Kramer bag that I gave the guy. It is a Kramer Striker 300 ST. And I can't get the whole thing in the frame, but there it is, and there is the mark that I put on it. And this is the spring plate on the back. On the inside of this is where I carved my name and the year I got it, 1982. And that's my exact guitar. The same scratches on the fret plate. Everything. Same Floyd Rose pickup. Everything is here. It's still in great condition. It has had a new nut put on the end because, you know, age. It's 40 years old this year, as of July. And it still looks great. Plays wonderful. My daughter is taking guitar in high school. And she's never really played guitar before. So I let her play on this. We were goofing around for several hours a couple weeks ago. It's just kind of neat. I mean, just a little nostalgia, neat story that I thought I would share. So that's cool. Now, what everybody has come to check out. All right. Now I'm going to bring on my laptop over here. I don't know if they used it a lot, Jeff. I really don't know. Now I am using a USB capture card here, which I will gonna blip it. You're gonna see the Linux screen load in just a second. You'll hear a beep. That is the DeVoom turning on. Holy crap. You didn't have to do that, but wow. Wow, wow. Thank you so much. Yeah, Wander proper. I'm holding a, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. A blue something. It was $100. All right, look familiar? No, it looks different. I have the microphone and volume set at a certain level. This USB capture card is provided to me by Bob. I'm not going to mention your last name, Bob. All right, and the Pimiga boot screens were from our wonderful Discord member, Wiretap. That is the cover also of the screen. Hey, what's different? Now, this says Beta 2, but it's actually Beta 3. I just haven't changed the name. Wow. Thank you, Phil. Wonderful. Greatly appreciated so much. And hold and modify. Holy crap. Thank you. Beyond words. So let's give you guys a little tickle here. You're going to notice the Pimiga 2 was all basically left out icons, okay? All the icons were just left out from their original positions on the desk, blah, 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 blah. This is using WB Dock. It is a older, but kind of nice dock solution because you can put background. I have gold plasma in it for now. You can link things a little bit better than the Amiga dock in 3.9 and other stuff. I just wanted something different, something that other people weren't doing, right? Just so you know, Pimiga is emulation. I'm sorry if you don't like emulation. It's okay. It's gotten better and better with each release. Audio on a Raspberry Pi, regardless of your opinion, is okay to decent. It's not the greatest. It's not going to be your 1987 Technics 600 watt stereo, but it's going to be enough for you to listen. Kind of tinny, and that's where the USB stuff's going to come in a moment. So this is Pimiga 3. You're going to notice a set of icons. We have iGame, iDemo, Eagle Player with a new logo thing, and I can even zoom in if I restretch my thing a little bit. I don't know how well that shows, but you know, I don't want to screw myself up too much. So we can launch any one of these and they work fine. This will play a couple 100,000 mods. The main focus of Pimiga 3 has been on speed, of course, timing, audio clarity, no more weird issues, revised kickstart locations, a better gaming experience without hiccups, lag, timing, jitter, JIT crap, whatever. My phone is going off like a freaking nut job. Matthew, thank you. Or Matthias, thank you. Oh my God, so much. Wonderful. I checked my phone for that. And I'm just getting my texts from people telling me what stuff was, so I don't look like more of a moron than I am. So thank you guys. So what I mean by gaming experience, a lot of you guys either love Pimiga or you hate it. You think it's too fluff, and I take all of those constructive criticisms and bad things and good things and hate, whatever, and I put it into what's needed. Too much fluff. You're right. Pimiga was like Windows XP. It was in your face, every option, and a little bit overkill. Now, it's still overkill program-wise, okay? The hard drives have been reduced to 4. System, where all the programs are. Demos, self-explanatory. Games, self-explanatory. Work, self-explanatory. I did stash videos, picture boots in, if you want to double-click pick boot. There's Mona. Hello. Cue the Mona noise. She's a robot. And I have a second one of the lips holding a Raspberry Pi with the Pimiga logo. That's your boot screens. No more fluffy talk. No more overabundance of Amiga say annoying you. It's fun once or twice. When you gotta live with it, it gets on your damn nerves. And it got on my nerves too. And beta testing it for 1,000 hours, it gets on your nerves. So startup sound's gonna be simple. It's gonna be the pseudo Macintosh bong sound from a Warp Engine 040. If you know what that sound is, you'll watch my part 1 or part 2 4000 tower video, you'll hear it. That is going to be the startup sound, and that is it. I don't want anything else. If you want to update yours and change it, great. So a lot of people use Pimiga for games. And Scott, you're right. I'm not a gamer myself. I dabble. This has not had the latest pack from Zeb done yet. It will eventually. You're like, oh my God, there's only 3,851 games. What happened? Midwin basically said, look, you guys are listing your games wrong. When you scan slaves in iGame, you can scan either the slave file or you can scan the directory. That eliminates the alt of a game, and you get basically the versions, like an English, French, German, whatever. You don't have all these endless alts over and over. Most of them have had their cover art updated. It's getting there. The cool thing is favorites now. There's a boatload of favorites. I put a poll out on Discord of the top favorite games that you guys like to play. They are in there. They are pre-set up the way they are. Okay? Right, and that's fine. That's fine. Everybody's got their own way. So I wanted to make this simple, and I want to make this multi-use, and I'll get into that in a bit. But favorites now, like, all the basic favorites are in there, and we could play the Gianna Sisters. Cover art's there. Double-click it. It's going to load. Press return, enter, and you'll be good. It's in a 4x3. My screen will stretch it because I have my monitor. I don't have a controller hooked up. That's great. Prepared. Let's do something else. Like, I don't know. Another world. Do, 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 do. It plays games fine. I don't have a controller hooked up. Click on the wheel. Yeah. Can't do that. Anyway. That's why it's still in beta. Remember when Bill Gates beta tested Windows 95, plugged a USB device in, and it blew up on stage? That's me. So, but the favorites thing have been fixed. So if you wanted to grab First Division Manager, you can right-click on it and go to Properties, and now you can clearly check Favorite and hit OK without some weird click it and it just shows up. You can also add any custom commands to the WHD load if you wanted to. By default, the default setting is to turn off the JIT or JIT, if you call it that, emulator just-in-time compiler for maximum compatibility. The issue with the buffer 1 and the push-pull and all that crap has been taken care of. I am on a push 1 for me. Before it goes live, we're going to test a pull 1, pull 2, something like that. For me, testing it on this Dell U2410F in 1080p, 1920 by 1080, it's working fine. This monitor actually is a 1900 by 1200, but I downsize it because not a television that I know does that weird wide, tall resolution. Useless information. Excuse me. So, we covered iGame. iDemo is the same thing. These are basically iGame with a separate repository on the demos drive. Just like always, these have been, again, these are my favorites. And like several demos, I tested these exact demos on the 4000 Tower 060. And with the exception of Starstruck, which is an EXE demo, most of these actually ran worse on the real hardware. That's 150 megabyte of RAM, 50 megahertz 060, FPU, MMU, blah, 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 blah. It needs more. It needs to be a 75. We'll get into that in the future on real hardware. But in the properties of, let's say, when we write on our enemies, you're going to notice this has a UAE configuration. This is all part of Amiberry. Amiberry is the emulator that all distributions use, from AmiKit X to Diet Pi to whatever the heck, Pimiga. Everybody. Kim Jensen, thank you so much for your donation. It is greatly appreciated. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. That's a Danish kroner. I know that because I've had to pay people in that. This basically says, hey, turn JIT off, but slam the acceleration speed to the max, because this demo, when we ride on our enemies, needs it. And the load time is instant. If this volume is too loud, please shout out. I'm showing you the basics. This is a wonderful demo, by the way. That runs fluid, and the timing's wonderful on Pimiga now. But on my real Amiga, it is like the rotation, the 3D, really good job. So I'm gonna F10 this. Bip. All right, so that's just a tickle taste. Comparing it to, like, whoops. Click on the demo. Like Jesus was a demo maker. You can see this is a non-JIT enabled. So this actually turns it off. You'll get the Friday the 13th music. Or no, that's not this one. This one's the church. But it runs fine. The Pi has enough horsepower to run it. And I'll go over why. We'll get into audio in just a second. I'll show you. Now the audio is coming over this microphone, so it doesn't do it justice. But it's got bass. fluid and smooth. Timing's on point. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's just a tickle taste. You know, we all knew state of the art. I can't get this to run on any of my Amigas except WHD load. Whoa, a little loud. Now this is in PAL, 50 Hertz. All Pimigas are in 50 Hertz, so they're proper orientation. 4x3. Alright, we've all seen this video 4 million times in our lives. Just a tickle taste. Same thing. Okay, so we were talking about on the chat here, you guys were mentioning the JIT issues, right? How JIT is the issue a lot on the Mac emulator. Well, check this out. Before on Pimiga 1520, you could launch, but you had to manually do some JIT work for Shapeshifter. Now I'm going to do what's called both camera here. So you can see me. I'm going to launch down here, right here. I'm going to launch this, okay? And I'm going to resize myself here to get myself out of the way, just so you can see me. I'm going to hands up this. I'm basically going to move this to the center of the screen, and I'm only going to click start. Hands are up on the screen. I am doing nothing. So I'm not touching the keyboard. There's no trickery here. It's just going to load. And you're going to have a full 68040 FPU, MMU experience on a Mac where you can't see the hard drive icons because my camera is over top of them. So I'm going to move my right hand only to get this camera out of the way. Bip, there you go. Or I'll just scoop me out of the way. How about that? Can you see that whole thing? I don't know if that's even showing up. Alright, so I'm just going to show you that you can run the Mac. Go to Programs. It loads and works fine. If you wanted to play a game like Duke Nukem or Warcraft 2, I love that game, so I'm going to play Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. I've done nothing to the emulator. I just launched it and hit start, and it's playing just fine. This always takes its time on load. I just click through it. Single player game, whoever, I don't care. I'm just gonna, whoops, lock up. I'm resetting. I'll go over Amiga in a second. There's the new Mona boot logo. Missed a lot by being late. If you missed anything after the stream is done, it will be rewindable. What did I do? I think I broke my stuff. Hold on. So we're going to get into what's going on behind the scenes, because I got to relaunch this, and I'm going to show you the secret to why Pimiga 3 works so well, and why this experience this time around is going to be more useful as a computer than just an emulation station. History: this is Amiga. This is the emulator from Demetrius right here. It's freeware software. It's used from everything from your mini Amiga 500 Mini through Pimiga, through every emulator that's an Amiga on an ARM processor, Raspberry Pi or otherwise, from AmiKit X to all the other whatever they're called when you flash them, RetroPie, Diet Pi, everything. They all use this emulator. So this one is called SDL. SDL is an X Windows backed distribution. Why? Because the other one was basically a console enabled only, and it did not work as well for advanced features like plug and play. So if I quit Amiga, it's going to take me to an XFCE desktop that's hidden behind the scenes on, let me just get my capture card only here. There we go. So this is actually a Linux desktop with 2 icons on it. Mega AGS, Pimiga 3. If I wanted to run Pimiga 3, this auto loads. The benefit of that is you can use the Midwinds technology called host run. Host run is how you can run Chrome on your Amiga browser or your Amiga desktop, Pimiga desktop, Scalos desktop, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Oh, that looks just like every other browser. Yeah, but can you actually load YouTube decently fast? Yes, you can. Because the Amiga uses planar graphics, if you don't know what that is, imagine an old piece of paper drawing where you have planes of visuals. We're pulling the Linux side through Scalos to the top. And just so you know, this is live. There's the actual stream right there. I don't have any pizza, but I can send you a link for Pizza Hut. I do have beer, but it's 12 o'clock. I guess I could start. I don't want to. You can sign into YouTube. You could use, whatever you want. I put Midwinds page in here. A couple different main sites that we use. DemoZoo, WHD load for updating your WHD load if you wanted to. And if you don't want to use Pimiga at all, just F12 and quit. You have a regular XFCE desktop where you could use this for other things, like this. I'm going to take a USB DAC. This is the one right here in that package. It's the same one, I just haven't opened it. I couldn't find it, so I bought another one, and that's how you find stuff, okay? Check my comments real quick. How do you stop the wallpaper flying toasters? Flying toasters is gone. You could remove it from Workbench Startup. It's called Gaussian Blanker on 2.0. So let's get back to the old capture card here. No, let's do this. So I'm going to do main. I'm high tech here. So I'm plugging in this to the back of the 400. I got to move something. I don't have. Okay, there we go. So I have a blue light. Now, you'll notice at the top of the capture card screen, I now have another audio source, right? What I can do, there's an analog adapter or built-in digital. So I'm going to do this analog stereo adapter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Devoom TiVo here and hook it up to 3.5 millimeter jack. You'll hear it go boom. This is plugging directly in. I wish I had a camera over here. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? Plugging it into the Devoom. I'm going to go on 3.5. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch Pimiga again. Now, comparing the Devoom speakers to something else is just... I have Cambridge Soundworks PC speakers here. So it's up to you. So here under sound, now we have this built-in drop down here at the top. I can click this and look, there's my DAC. Do nothing, just say resume, and I'll play like Eagle Play or something. And the backdrops are random, and I'll go over new features of that too. So we'll just launch Eagle. It's coming out of this little thing. Now this is a Devoom TiVo. It's a 6-watt speaker. It's not the best, but it sounds, stereo separation is really good. But I mean, it's just an option you can do. And it works on the fly. If I don't want this, I can press F12 again. I can go to my audio tab and I can drop it to the built-in stereo audio and hit resume. And now if I play, it's back out of my speakers. I'll turn the Devoom off. Devoom is off. On the fly, hot swappable audio. I can even remove the audio adapter. Put it right there. So, let me stop Eagle. Now that's great. You know that you're not limited to this USB DAC, and this adapter was a whopping $9.99. 3D stereo. It does Dolby. It was $10. You can get them cheaper. This is the Sabrent, Sabrent. USB audio stereo sound adapter. You can find them on eBay. I got this at Micro Center in the USB audio drawer. It even does microphone. So that's this one because there we go. It's model USB Beta-SBCV, according to this, which is the abbreviations for this stuff. I lost this, couldn't find it, along with my thumb drive, and went and bought another one. As soon as I bought another one, I found both things. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to catch up on some comments so far. Scott, Jake, whoa, almost knocked the whole table over. Amiga OS will become my daily driver again. This is where I had to change a sound buffer on Pimiga 2. Had to find this out from Discord. I'm thick as pudding. No, that's called I am an idiot. And I didn't test things well enough. So, yeah, audio in the Pi is not the best. But, you know, this is not the best in the world. It's not meant to be. This is... Pimiga here is my vision of what the ultimate Amiga could be. Is it your ultimate Amiga? Probably not, but it does a good job, and it gets better with every release. On the bottom, I'm going to go over a couple things with the Docker here. Supposedly, if I mouse over this, it is supposed to tell me what it is, but it never does. I have to hold it here forever and launch something, and then eventually it will think about telling me what the icons are. Every once in a while, it'll do it. I don't know why. I reached out to the developer. They have abandoned the project as of 2018, but I really like this Docker just for its simplicity. Drag and drop, reboot, save, or save stuff to it, and it works. If you drag and drop something to it in edit mode here, you go into edit, and it gives you the ability to rearrange these things. Like if I wanted this here, there it's scooted over. And if I wanted to turn back, I keep the web browsers on the left. And when I'm done, I just hit save, right click, save settings. So I can click it. There we go. Oh, now you'll see Firefox just popped up, and it did it. This capture card is hotter than Hades, and the image is freezing on the screen. So I'm going to do the right thing and reboot. I'm blowing in my capture card because it's from China, and it is bad. I don't know how long it's going to hold on. I don't usually run it that hard. So, on the menu bars at the top, people hate random backdrops. They hated how it was all these crazy patterns. I heard you. Backdrops, simple, colors, mixed, natural, pictures, materials, or Commodore. Hey, guess which one I have it set on? If I want it on pictures, I click pictures. Now it is pre-done in pictures. If you don't want those, you go to the Scalos menu and you just go to pattern. Whatever you're on, right? Here's the pictures listed in, just like you would do SysPref's wallpaper or WB pattern, same thing. Here they all are. Now if I switch categories, same thing. When I switch to, I don't know, colors. If I wanted to change that layout on that one, now there's 6 different things. There's actually 7. There was audio also, but I wasn't going to do a 7th one. I just got burned out. Whatever one you choose, whatever random switcher that I've made here you choose. If you don't want it, go into pattern under Scalos menu, and that is you'll see graphics, wallpaper, colors. It's in the work volume. Don't delete the files, just delete them out of here. If you don't want them in here, just hit delete a bunch of times until you're done, and you'll have your own workbench where you can do whatever you want with your own pattern. With 2.0, I did the Commodore thing, logo with all the little rainbow chicken lips things everywhere, and you know, it was too Windows XP for me. It was too fluff. I tried to slam it as much as I could, and it was just kind of too much. I wanted to simple it down, make it an enjoyable experience. We have Snoop DOS on here. That's your like sniffer activity. If you do something, it's going to slow your machine down, but it's going to list whatever goes on. Look at the long draw there. Whatever goes on to show you where a problem is, and it actually comes in very helpful. When Snoop DOS is quit, your stuff opens instantly. Top menu bars have been redesigned. We have settings, of course, audio, benchmarks. If you just go to benchmarks, it now just takes you to the folder. Instead of listing 80,000 things, various additional emulators, it takes you to the emulators folder so you can screw around for yourself. Scum VM has been added. That's the PC games thing. Like I said, I'm not a gamer, but I try to cater to what the vast majority of people want. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. Graphics, of course, we have a bunch of graphics programs. I've tried to go through all these. Can't get DPaint 5 to work correctly. It's a Mode Pro thing. People keep trying to open DPaint 5 in a 1920 by 1080, 16.7 million color. That didn't exist when DPaint was around, so it's going to freak out. If you open it in an Amiga AGA resolution, like a 256 color, or even a 16.7 million color resolution in like the 800 by 600 range, she'll open fine and work all day long. People just try to... They're treating it like it's Windows 11, and it's a 30-plus-year-old OS that has a nice polish and a good paint job. Still, memory management sucks. Programs bump into each other. You're going to have issues. Internet kind of kept with it. Shortcuts, we put shortcuts on here, so if you can write Amiga 1, it'll take you to the games. Write Amiga 2, so write Amiga 1, takes you to games, right? Just launches iGame, write Amiga 2, takes you to demos, write Amiga 3, opens a shell, write Amiga 4, I forget, Directory Opus. So, kind of neat, just keeping it as simple as possible. No fluff all over the desktop. You get your basic viewers, some basic help on Scalos, MUI, and Directory Opus, programs, system, or other. I tried to simple it down as much as possible. Continuing my off tangent here, bottom. Let's just finish out the bottom here. So we have iGame, iDemo, Eagle Player, Frogger Movie Player. We'll get into that thing in a minute. Amiga Amp, Shapeshifter, Snoop DOS, the Commodities Exchanger. Think of this like your pseudo task manager-ish for Amiga. All the things are running in RAM, what's going on in the background, things that make this work. That's like those whenever you launch something. Opus, Mounter, SMB Mounter, Rob Cranley. I love this program. I can mount my native Amiga network drives right here, nice and quick. It uses SMB 1.0. This is actually my Amiga directory on my network. You can tell by the space up here, if you can see that. And when you're done, you can unmount your network drives. This is on wireless to my house. You can make it wired Ethernet or wireless on yours. Sometimes this won't unmount because I have a file open. Hell with it. There we go. Yeah, keep it mounted. I don't care. Whatever. Let's see, Mounter. This is it's an unpacker archive program. It's a Voodoo X. Allows you to undo RARs, zips, all your other things. This is Term, same as Pimiga 2, where you can go into a phone book. We have some updated BBSs here, so you can call more live BBSs. Yes, my bulletin board system is still running after all these years on an Amiga 2000 on the other side of my basement. So that was Term. This is AWeb 2, the Amiga Browser, or AWeb 2, AWeb 3.5, whatever. This is the Amiga Browser. Of course, you have modern Chrome and Firefox and whatever else you want. I only added Firefox and Chrome. When you add them, that is a host run command that pulls through Planar from the Linux side. You can see it opened right up. There's a weird thing, though. Now, this is still in beta, and I'm aware there's issues. If I click off of here, see the little bar pops up? Cool, that's great. If I click the Amiga desktop, I can't get the plane to stay on top, okay? It just disappears. And then what? Well, I have to launch it again. Now I have 2 or 3 instances running, and there it is. If I move my mouse up to the top, I'll see both my tabs. It's a bug I got to work out. I'm trying to see if it's... See, now they're all there, and I could close them. What happens is, it does it again. The only true way to do it is to go in and quit F12, and there's your junk. And it makes you mad, and you relaunch it, and you complain and bitch at Pimiga sucks. That's fine. It's kind of neat just to run a punch-through browser. Amikit X calls it rabbit hole. So everybody's coined the term, it's rabbit hole. No, it's called host run. That is their word. They just made up for it. And they do a very good job because they have a team of people. And I have a team of me and about 3 other people that actually help me with Pimiga. So kudos to them and Midwin for all the work that we've got done now so far in almost a year. It's changed a lot. Demos, you're going to see, whoa, there's a whole bunch of demos. Fulgore's top 200. There's top 200 executable demos that have all been gone through, tested individually. There's demo settings with each and every one for which one needs certain things. Not a lot. Some are going to be dupes of what's in the groups, but these are just Fulgore's top 200 demos of all time. And you can go through them. I have added in several more Black Lotus, like Little Nell and another Starstruck. We have the Ocean Machine fixed where it wouldn't work before. The Spaceballs, You Are Lucy, kept freaking out when the people's eyes turned into demons. You ever see that part? I'm going to show you that real quick here. This loads freaking instantly. It's so fast. It's 2,200 megahertz.
Lucy can't get away from this stranger. He's big, he's frightening, he can be rude and nasty, and perhaps dangerous. Pretend for a moment that he looks like this man.
So watch when their eyes turn to demons. Turn this down a tickle. It would lock up right around it's coming up, and their eyes go black. It would just freak out. Now that's been fixed. Here you go. Wouldn't make it past this part.
Most people are good, but there are some who want to hurt children.
And you'll notice it's in the correct resolution. Right here. Couldn't make it past this part. Creepy demo. That one, it's like weird, man. Anyway, I'm gonna F10 it. That was an EXE, so boom. We still crash, but I make it past that part. It's just some unique demos. A lot of these are the same as 2.0. The detailed JIT information sheet. I'm trying to work on a way using Midwind's commands to manually create icons and enter in the configurations for them. Except there are 980 WHD loads. There is, I think, 1,040 in these. Now remember, you're thinking, oh, that's not a lot of groups. You know, you got 200 from Fulgore and all these, which are a couple hundred. No, in the Amiga folder, well, we have the small stuff. We got the 40K, 4K, Cracktros, Discmags, Intros, Music Disc, Executables, 64K. What are these things? 4K or 40K demos are 40 kilobytes and under. 4K, 4,000. 64K, 64,000. Executables, Cracktros, Intros. These are self-explanatory. Music discs, a lot of BBS make demos of their music lists, stuff like that. These are a pain in the butt. They either work or they don't. You'll say, oh, there's an ADF of it. No, if you launch it, double click, enter. There you go. This is a small demo because it's under 4K. What can you do with 4 kilobytes of space? Not a lot. Hymn to Hipparchus. Excuse me. So, just something small, and you're like, okay, that's great. Pimiga's kind of cool. It's all right. I could use it, but you can see now you can daily drive this thing, because if I want to do something cool, if I go to Linux host run, I want to run Libre. I want to run LibreOffice. I'm going to open a document I can save on a Google Drive, all while on the Scalos desktop. Like, hey, this doesn't show anything. I don't see anything. Give it a second. You're double emulating. Here we go. I'm going to write our Cal Express drawing math for me. I'm going to write a document. It will switch to Libre Writer, and which reminds me a lot of Office 95. You know, before they went with all the ribbons crap in Office 2010. Oops. Works fine. This chiclet keyboard, in my opinion, isn't the best on a Raspberry Pi 400, but, you know, it works. I don't want to save it. Nope, don't save. And I can run VLC Player. Now, when I run VLC Player, I have the directory set to point to the emulated environments stuff. So if you wanted to run I'll run the Amiga song from Eric Swartz. It's not a Rammstein Du House. I mean, whatever, but I don't want to get a copyright strike in the future, but it will run clear. Turn the volume down. I'll just blip. Skipping around. That's in VLC. You can actually run a command that Midwin has developed that will auto-populate the Linux-compatible app to open the, quote, Amiga, end quote, app, and it will automatically run like AmiKit X does that. If you double-click on an MPEG, it's going to open VLC. That is and isn't what I want. I want the convenience of this. I can hit quit. I can get to a Linux desktop. If I need to put in a thumb drive, I'm going to put in a USB drive right now. I don't know what's on this. Is this a formatted USB drive? I don't know. Oh, there's no card in this drive. Hold on one second. I'm prepared. What is this one? I don't know what's on these discs. I think they're other builds. Let me get an actual USB disc. Here is my Amiga ADF disc that I lost. And then I'm going to wrap this truck up. Alright, so here's my USB disc. I just put it in. You want to see it's my ADFs from my real Amiga. All my real Amiga stuff. And let's say I wanted to, I don't know. You know, I'm a big fan of, let's see, Pimiga ADF. We're going to put something in here, and I'm going to boot it. What can I boot? Let's see. I'm a big fan of sysinfo is a good one. I'm going to take that. I can Pac-Man. Where's Miss Pac-Man? Or Miss Pac-Man. There we go. Let's do that. That's great. So I got some ADFs. I'm on the Linux side. What I can do is I can launch Pimiga 3. Don't even worry about letting it load. Go into your disks here. Let's add a disk. Is it going to remember me? Nope. Remember, this is still in beta. I haven't fixed everything up yet. I'm going to put it to the path. My gosh. Yep. ADF. Miss Pac-Man. Reset. I should plug in a controller. There's Miss Pac-Man. If I had a controller, I could actually click the button and play the daggone game. Love this game. But that's, you know, that's pretty quick and easy. Eject it. Reset. Pimiga should load. Pixel Gaiden, hey, how are you? There's a Psygnosis logo. It's a random backdrop generator. If you don't like that one, go into backdrops, choose another category. It'll flip on the fly, randomize every time. You might find some you don't like. You can always delete them. So, you know, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. It's running really good stability-wise. All the same games are on here. What's making it so much better is the SDL over top of X Windows. The reason I'm running FXCE is it's the lightest Linux X Windows desktop you can load. And that's why it boots so fast. So I'm going to shut this down, right? We're going to turn this sucker off. Whoops. Yeah, that's XFCE. Debian 11, bullseye. That's what it's always been built on. So we're going to shut it off. Shut down. I'm going to go back to a dual camera here. In my tiny land here. Hello. Alright. So this is off. I'm going to turn it. Click off. I'm going to click it back on. And I have to show you the actual boot things. You'll see the whole Linux boot here. If I did that correctly. We should see the whole Linux boot. There we go. Capture card. This capture card is like about to burst into flames. It's so hot. This is the entire boot process from power on to Pimiga desktop. Which is not long. It's under, I think, 20 something seconds from power on. There we go. Boop. There you go. You're up. So that's from cold power on, Raspberry Pi 400. It's clocked at 2000 megahertz, and that's where I'm at so far, guys. So, yep. And I'll go back to main camera. Boo! And I'm gonna shut this machine down because it is hot. This card is so hot. Pull that out of there. Let it cool down. I found that out yesterday that it was just too hot, and that's where I'm at. So XFCE, yeah, well, you know, I will go over some comments. And the real test to Pimiga 3 is when Doug gets it, because he will rip into that thing furiously, and that's good. That's what we need. I don't like these fluff reviews of this is wonderful and it's actually shit. So if there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. Oh my, I apparently missed 7 pages of comments. Oh yeah, left Amiga M to swap screens. Doesn't work. It only works on the Amiga screens. You can do that in the shapeshifter. You can left Amiga M, get back to the desktop. You can launch the handler, and you can load the Macintosh hard drives and copy stuff. That's where the Chrome and Firefox really come in. There's a lot of vintage Macintosh sites where you can download SITs or whatever, and any stuff at archive, stuff like that. Well, how do I get it to the Mac? I just downloaded it to the Scalos side with Chrome. The default download directory is temp. So you go to systemp on the, quote, Amiga side with Opus, copy it to your Mac handler mounted partition, and you just downloaded stuff on the Mac. Now, I'm trying to get away. Midwin, I have like 80 million questions to this poor guy. You can use in Shapeshifter a J hook. It attaches to the Ethernet card, but since I'm doing BSD socket emulation like everyone else does, you really can't attach to it. So if I can get that working, approving some messages for smoke up there, arse. Yeah, get that working. You won't even need to do that. That handler will take everything. You could run old Internet Explorer 4 for Mac to get to old websites, and there's a million ways to do things. But the idea is just to show you where we're at with Pimiga 3, and you know, any chance to see how Pimiga is made, some video to show how you install the workbench and other things. Yeah, I do that every year. Check out the other 2, 3, 4 of them on my channel. It shows you step by step. And there's this, oh my god, there's this new feature. It's called a document. And you can read it. And there's step by step instructions in every release. If you get it from me, on my links, in the archive is a full README that no one reads with do this, step by step. Troubleshooting help. We have a Discord server in the about of my YouTube channel, and on the archive shows you where to go to get live assistance. We're always there. And if not, we'll answer you in a little while. No, it doesn't. Demetrius, it doesn't, because I can't get it to do that. When XFCE won't toggle back to Amiberry, it only does the Linux apps. It won't give me... It's something to do with the key mapping. Maybe it's because I have... I don't know. You're the man. It's yours. So... Kindest RTFM I've ever heard. But that's what I got. You guys have any questions? You want to talk crap for a while? How long has this stream been running? I don't know. There's no timers on these things, is there? 11. Hour and a half. Okay, I see it. Not bad. We have 91 people watching me. Okay, thank you for that. I think the video thumbnail lied to me. That's Mona. She's the boot lady and the moaning chick who lives upstairs with me. You need a Pimiga jumper. Yeah, getting there. This is what's coming. If Stanny's around. This is a long sleeve hoodie jumper, as you call it in the UK. Pimiga embroidered logo with front through pockets, and comes with free cat hair on it. For some reason, I put tape on all these and got all the... I can't wear this right now. It's too freaking hot. This long sleeve one I'm in right now is there. We also have mouse pads. I had a hat somewhere. I'm wearing a Commodore hat. It's around. Coffee cups. All that crap's coming. I'm finalizing some issues with some licensing at the moment that I'm working on. So that is why there's been such silence in the scene about what's going on with Pimiga 3. I figured I'd just do a mail time, kind of show you all what was going on, give you behind the scenes. I even hung a new light that used to be over there, over here, so I could light up this table more to show you guys. Don't need the Klingon Deathblade on here anymore. That's my letter opener. But I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Jonathan and Nicole, for that poster. That's just epic. Since there's more people in here now, I think I should show that again. What do you guys think? Show that poster again? Why not? Let me move this tea, because you know I'm going to spill it. There we go. There we go. So this was a poster that Jonathan and Nicole had made from my Discord team. And this is just, it's funny, and I love it, and it's epic. So, as you know, I kind of fixed a lot of really bad Amiga boards. Amiga 3000s from hell, 4000s from hell, like stuff that's been under the ocean for 8 years and salt encrusted, rusted, and I managed to somehow get them working. 50, 60 hours, and a couple $100 in parts. So they got me this poster, and I have to do it in sections. So I'm going to step around here so I can show you, and it's still rolled up. So this is Eaten Alive, the Varda Demon is Banished. You're going to notice it's got the bones there. There's an Amiga 3000 tower upside down in a case. There's me with my helmet of goober, my glasses. I don't have the lab coat. If you got a lab coat with a Commodore logo on it, you freaking let me know. The hilarious part is there's Omnibot stating, "Will it live, master?" There's my cannon fodder, which you'll notice right there is cannon fodder. One of my favorite games. My sysinfo that I'm always running. And the joke is the sudo on my notepad, because Demetrius is always letting me know that I shouldn't run stuff as sudo. My Commodore phone, master, and it says, oh my god, Chris Edwards. This is hard to hold, I'm sorry, hold on. Chris Edwards, greatest Amiga necromancer this age perhaps of all times. I'm just a guy that just happens to fix things that are pretty shit. But I love this poster. It is epic, it is hilarious, and I'm going to hang it probably right here so it can be seen. It's very big, but it is so cool. That is just incredible, and I thank you guys, both of you, for that. I don't know how you had this done, and now I kind of can remember some chats from a while back. So, cheers on that. I think I rolled it up enough to put it in the tube. Yes, I did. And I'm going to see if I can actually get a frame for that so it's easier to hang around so I don't have to stretch it. Awesome, wasn't it? It's freaking epic. You didn't know Amiga nostalgia was still a thing. Well, it's alive and kicking. At least with the mental nuts like myself and 20-something thousand other people. If it wasn't, eBay prices would be a hell of a lot cheaper. So, shout out to PayPal Credit if you're watching. Greatly appreciate you guys. And many of you out there who have helped me along the way. Wolfshan sold his 3000 around 1999. Fit a 3.5-inch hard drive into a 1200 as a kid. Such fun. Yep, now everybody's compact flash. There's so many new different things out. Lots of companies. You know, if you want to check out a well-organized store that has a lot of things, there are many. But believe it or not, even though I don't care for their shipping, timing, or communications, AmigaStore.eu has a really great website. It does. You can click on the little model of your Amiga from 500, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 1200, next gen, 600, and it lists stuff for it. Really great. Looks like a cheese wedge. Like cheese wedge like that. Or a cheese wedge like that. Or whoops. A cheese wedge like that. Let's see. So 500 yellow tooth, Rev 5. 600 with an HDMI I don't want to pump. You rest there on 1200. Which cheese wedge? I like your purple fan. It's actually my daughter's purple fan. It's hot down here. That's why I had to turn the big guys off. Number one, this is all powered by solar. The camera, the internet, the live stream, this microphone, this laptop. The entire power arrangement down here is powered by the solar on my house and the battery backup system and the 3000 watt inverter that is humming away like someone owes it money. And it's hot because when I have all these guys on, they're really hot. I haven't really done too many things with the fans besides the 2000 Vampire. That is my CD player. Listen to the... I'm going to drop something. That's where we put in the Christmas music there. That's the Slayer Christmas album, Seasons of the Abyss. And just for some testing, I always call it Christmas music. Why do you need two 600s? They're on your table, my Amiga history. Hit 100 watching a few minutes ago. Kenneth, hey, thank you guys. Thank you, 100 people, for watching. Some old crazy fat dude who fixes vintage computers enjoys the Amiga for some odd reason, like a lot. Had a 170 meg drive inside. Magic box. Oh, DJ. Oh, that's what the Pro Tracker thingy's for. I don't understand that daggone software, man. I can't even get it to load a module. Like Ravi is a DJ with two 1200s back to back. You guys using Pro Tracker, just I don't know what to hit. I'm a mouse guy. I'm looking for load. I can't figure out how to load a module. I get pissed off at that software and just use Octamed if I don't use Eagle and listen to a mod. Your favorite Amiga game was Full Throttle. Jeff is working on upgrading his A500. Color is still great, not yellowed. Original 501 is good, still working. Stored in shed upside down. Battery juice leaked onto the metal shield. I have an Amiga 500 6, Rev 6 right here. Oh, I got something neat to show you. Here's 6. I think this is a 6. I snapped my F2 key off because I put another Amiga on top of it. So I just pretend that doesn't happen. You know what? I'm going to pull this spring out because I'm going to lose it. I got to print myself a new thing. And I have replacements, actually. I could just put a new one in. But that involves taking 7 screws out. And there's enough things around here. I got to do it. So, yeah. This one has some yellow teeth. This one's Smoker's Edition, Rev 5. She's really yellow here. 500 Plus is below me. That was a to-be-paid-for purchase, Cartoon Classics Edition. Let me slide this back over real quick. I'll show you that again. I'm not going to pull it out, but I will show you the box. Recent acquisition. Hang on. It's took me 2 hours to clean up this room. Yep, so 500 plus Cartoon Classics edition from the UK. PAL unit, original foam, no battery leakage, works fine. No power supply because my power is 120 volts, 60 hertz, and I have plenty of power supplies. And the power supplies from the UK are actually useless over here, except for cutting the cord and getting the little din. That's about it. On a plus note, as many of you know in the past, and I'm going to wrap this up after this and go check out some beer and pizza. This is a list of the Commodore authorized repair centers by state nationwide. And if you go, I can find my own repair shop here. Oops, that's Texas. Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, there we go. One second. There's a lot of them. Pennsylvania's a big state. It's still there. Well, I don't know if it's still there to this day, but phone number's still there. Everything's still there. This was a list of every Amiga dealer and authorized ARC repair center, state by state. So this was rebranded as warranty and repair locations, but the nickname was ARCs. ARC number, and they all had numbers to them. Like you would pick one up, and there'd be, which one is it? This is 4184. This is 4921, 4922, 4923. So they had all 50 states. This was the United States only. Commodore UK had their own. So, you know, people wonder. Commodore's never going to die. I'm sorry. Until we all die off, it's not going to die. By the power of chicken nuggets. It's the magic of editing. McDonald's chicken nuggets and the power of Grayskull. That's what I call a hobby obsession. It's not an obsession. I look at myself as a custodian of history. Yeah, do I have a lot of Amigas? No. I have a couple. I have 9 Amiga 500s. 10 Amiga 500s with the 500 plus. Why do you have 10 Amiga 500s? I don't know. They're in various bits and pieces. I have hard drives for some. I don't have enough room for things. There's things I want to do. Like 8-Bit Guy built this awesome studio. I was thinking about doing something similar in my backyard. I have a 400-foot backyard with a shed in it. And I have plenty of room to build a second major thing for just Amiga stuff. But, you know, I'm getting old, and that would be kind of stupid. But it would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. Still want to do the motorhome thing and travel the country, rescuing Amigas from old people's basements or attics or wherever. I have a lot of Amigas in various states. I have a lot of Amigas in working state, as you can see, from the 1 to the 2 to the CD-TV, 3000 tower, 4000 tower. You just saw the fleet of wedges. We have the Vampire 2000. I have another 2000 with a Pi Storm in it over here. Stock 2000. I have the 4000 Warp Engine 040. We have the 3640, 68040 Amiga 3000 desktop. And there's, you know, other things underneath. Behind the purple fan is a Gateway Pentium 120 that I had years ago. And an old yellow Macintosh. So, I mean, I'm not limited just to build it in an underground tunnel. We could put a door right here with a big, like, Vault Tech from Fallout or something. That would be wild. Except this is not the back wall of the house. There's a hallway behind this wall, which is, thank you, Kalid. Behind this wall is probably 4 or 5 feet, and there's some pipes for the house back there. The main gas line, water line, come in over there. So it's a hallway that I have filled with totes of stuff. Yeah, I think there's even an old dried up aquarium back there. Rick, Todd, 2600, 112, 500 plus, that's enough for me. Amiga NG. Yeah, I do. if you count morph machines, I have 2 Power Mac G5s. I have 7 or 8 Amithlons. I recently did the Effica, the B-Plant Effica, PPC. That's morph. As for actual Amiga NGs, no. I only am able to... I do have a license for it I purchased from Hyperion, I believe. Or Amiga Kit or someone. It's for the classic PPC Amiga, and I did a WinUAE on Linux. That did it. That was about it. I just wanted to see if I could do it. The pricing was, you know, like many others, crazy nuts. $1,800 for a motherboard. I was looking at a X1 5000 020 because I can't find the 040, and yeah, I couldn't find anything at all. So for a reasonable price, and now A-Cube's got them, and they're like $2-3 grand. No, that's priced out. Bam, 1200, 500 CZKs. Thank you so much for the best crazy Amiga guy in the world. You know, that is so greatly appreciated. You guys don't have to do that at all, but all of the funds that I receive either through Patreon or through here, YouTube, whatever, I just dump back into parts. Yeah, I buy stuff on eBay, but that's PayPal credit. That's through my own finances. Any of the donations I acquire, I only use for parts. I don't go out and buy Amigas with them. That'd be cool. I could probably buy a couple a month, you know, decent prices, a couple $100 maybe. But no, I buy parts. I buy chips. I buy, just to show you, not kidding. This is an anti-static doohickey thing with parts. It's so crap. It's so crowded with parts. I can't close it. And the chips that are getting so rare, like a lot. Expensive chips to rare chips, batted through the name of the type of machine it's going on, to capacitors. I go through capacitors like mad. Like, for example, these are 74 F144s. They're a common chip used on all the Amigas, so you need a bunch of them. So, like, I roll a ton of them. These are like, I could be Rambo, John Jay, you know? Yeah, we're getting off on some tangents. I want to not keep you guys too long. 10 more minutes if that. And, you know, capacitors. Buying Nichicon capacitors is not cheap. I've used Amiga kits. I've used all sorts of kits, but the best ones I've found are, if you're going to buy a kit, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of resellers around the world, but there's this guy in Canada named Frank. He runs this place called RetroRewind.ca. And, I forgot I had that on my neck. Itchy. And he sells capacitor kits for your individual machine. Like, this is an Amiga kit, okay? Is this mic working? Yeah. So this is an Amiga kit for, I don't know what machine it was for. Probably a 1200 or a 4000. And they give you a map and all that stuff. Frank will sell you high quality capacitors. You're getting Nichicon caps. These are all Nichicons right here. This roll of caps right here was almost $50. Why? Because these are 2022 productions. So this will last me 2 motherboards, maybe 48 caps on a 3000 tower, 3570s, same thing. You're going to be paying for them. These are $1 a cap. So that's where the money goes. These are Sprague. These are super high quality audio capacitors. These are radials. These were $1.30 a piece, and there are 200 of them in this bag. So that's where the money goes. If you're wondering, hey, Chris is buying Amigas with our donations. No, I'm not. I don't even buy Wobble Pops with them. That's all funded by my wallet, and if it was not for a lot of people and PayPal credit, none of this stuff, would even be there. So yeah, click the no. What is that? You don't need to have a 3D printer. Most people should just buy the printed parts. Plenty of places for you. I missed something. La 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 la. Oh, my apologies. I'm just catching up on some chats. Yeah, price availability. Yes, the A1222 Plus that I paid for in advance, what, 3-4 years ago? If you'll notice, well, you're not going to notice because it's up above. I would like to show off my pajama pants at this time. Pulling up my gut. Here, amongst the dust of Pimiga Raspberry Pi kits and old Pi 3s, is what was to be the early adopter kit of Aeon's A1222 Plus. Oh, there's an Amiga kit clock in here. Hey, look at that, with a battery in it. Yeah, I'll pull that out there. Amiga kit, real-time clock. That can be used for a 1200 repair. There's a PS2 mouse, my unopened copy of Personal Paint and Image Effects, Amiga Kit pen, and the Amiga, whatever the website is, amiga.org website flag. This was considered your early adopter kit for pre-purchasing the A1222 Plus. You had to put $100 down at the time, and the board price at the time was $599, and it was paid for in advance, so that's $600 plus tax, so $700 of 2018-19 money. I know. Yeah, we'll get ours. Our great-grandchildren might be able to acquire them when there's a way to, holodeck stuff to life. So yeah, whoa. And that's all capacitors down below where I just balanced that. And that's all bags of Hitachis. All just, decent quality capacitors. I don't use the cheap Chinese ones you can buy for 1,000 caps for $4. Don't buy those. They'll work. Maybe for a week. Yeah. Yep. You blame SCOM. It's the whole... I'm not even getting involved in that battle. There's an article called the Great Thievery of Amiga OS. You can watch that. And it explains a lot if you don't know what's going on. It'll go on till the end of time. There's a division and a weird... It's just... I'm riding the wave. If it comes out, I'll get it because I try to get everything. I try to support everything. It's cool. No problem. And, yeah. So if you guys have any more questions, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to take your day up. I don't want to take your evening up. And I have to cut the grass today. Glad I got my Amiga stuff back before the crazy retro comeback ripoff prices like we have now. You got 3 machines and a monitor for £100. Wow. Indeed you did. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. The Amiga 1000 rescue I did a year ago was under $400. So, yep. And they all worked fine. Amigos Retro Gaming. That is the wonderful Boat and Aaron. Just waking up. It's 1 o'clock. Hold to modify. I once threw oh man, yeah, I've heard this story and it brings tears to my eyes. Hold to modify threw a perfect Amiga 4000 with Picasso 2 040 16 megs of RAM in the trash. Oh my god, that was my stomach if that came through on the microphone. I haven't eaten in like 5 hours. Wow, what is this? Thank you so much. I need to look up what this is. I don't know what this is. Whoops. CZK. It's a Czech Corona. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Bam 1200. I just got to look that up. I don't know what everyone's currency is. I know the three basic ones: the American dollar, the British pound, and the euro. I greatly appreciate that. I just looked that up to figure out what that was. I am learning the Swedish krona, or the other krona. Kroner? Yep. Live chat. Alright. Welcome to live chat. Oh, that's great. Good. I'm glad you did not hear my stomach. Eat some food, Chris. Time for chicken wings. Yeah. What? Amiga's Retro Gaming. Much love to you, Doug. I hope you kick it soon, brother. Toss the 1000 board. Slap myself. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Lentil soup, look forward to. Diabetic and dieting. I need to diet myself too. I put the title to this video last night, and then I went out and got chicken tenders from Royal Farms. I do have a chicken wing stash in the freezer, but that takes a lot of effort to make a big mess with a fryer and clean up, and I don't feel like doing it. And usually by the time I make the food, I'm not hungry for the food. Ocean 9, your husband still has a storage full of items. What is a storage full? A storage bin, a storage facility? If you were a main Amiga distributor in Australia? Oh. Okay. 10-minute Amiga Retrocast, he meant kick the stomach problem, not kick the bucket. Whoops, sorry. I have lost 10 pounds. You know, a good flu or light corona will help you lose weight. When my daughter was born a long time ago, a newborn causes a lot of loss of sleep. I lost like 30-something pounds. It was great. And then laziness, old age, and these things kick in. And then, you know, the whole Rona thing. So, yep. Old Bull. Have Frank give the eulogy. No, it's a general camaraderie. It's not that you're bad or good. I thought it was funny. You know. Did you guys see the poster? Aaron, did you see the poster? Or John? I don't know which one of you it is. I gotta show this again. If you guys are just joining now, I don't know how many people are online. I don't know. I'm gonna show it one more time because this is just so awesome, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I'm sorry for taking your day up or your evening up. It's now 1:02 p.m. here. I said it's been. Oh my God, has it been 3 hours? 2 hours? How long has it been? Oops. Okay, 2 hours. Good. Hold on. All right, Aaron, check this out. So two of my friends. Yes, it's a post, but you're going to love this. So you know I fix people's Amigas. I got to stand up for this, and I've shown this 3 times. So John and Nicole from my Discord team made me this. So I'll put it in bits. So it says, Eaten Alive, the Varda Demon Banished. I'm sorry here. And if you scroll up a little bit, it's me with my helmet of Goober on. Let me get it back under the light. So me with my helmet of Goober and an Amiga 3000 tower in a Egypt case buried under the dirt. My Omnibot and a copy of Cannon Fodder, which is one of my favorite games. My ADF of Sysinfo, my disc, my Commodore phone, and I'm holding a sudo because Midwin, from the creator of Amiberia, is always yelling at me about running Linux commands as a super user. And at the bottom, it says I'm a master thaumaturgist magician. I just learned that. It says Chris Edwards, the greatest Amiga necromancer of this age, perhaps of all times. And it's just freaking epic. I love it. So I'm gonna frame this and hang it on the wall because I just think it is epically awesome. And I thank you guys so much for that. So yeah, that brings a smile to my face every time. I just think it's awesome. I'm glad I look so much better in the picture than I do in real life. As a cartoon. Alfie's Games. Chris, thank you very much for everything. I just got my 4,000 up and running, set up my first WHD loop with the help of your channel and some kind people on Discord. Hey man, Alfie, that's what it's all about. Helping each other out. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are out to make a buck. You know, I'd like to make $1 million. I could use that, but this is a hobby for me, and I enjoy helping you guys out and, you know, helping other people out. That's why I do it. I don't charge for repairs. If they're crazy damaged, they're gonna take me a while. I'm working on a 4,000 right now that is for Mr. Adam, the guy who gave me those shirts. And, you know, vintage Amiga shirts from his business. And I just do it for free. If you want to toss something in there, great. The cost of the Patreon funds, these chat funds, YouTube funds, go to pay for, like, shipping and boxes and materials and parts, as you've seen. That's what I do. So my chicken addiction and wobble pops and stuff like that are on my own dime, as well as all of my own Amigas. So, yeah. 1994 was a sad year. I blame the leaders of Commodore. They had no idea what they had done. Oh, they knew. I was there. They knew exactly what they were doing. It started. That's a whole nother live stream that could last all day long. We'll save that. So, John, save that comment for the upcoming International Computer Club on the Amigos Gaming Network Twitch channel, because it's later. There's a sign-up sheet. If you guys are members, please sign up to speak and present at the International Computer Club. It's a great hangout. Kayla, thank you for the 10 pounds earlier for chicken wings. I will use it for chicken wings then. I won't live stream me eating chicken wings. And, yeah, so that's a great thing. The International Computer Club. You get to watch us drink beer and get stupid, and people from Australia who stay up way too late fall asleep in their chair, and we're taking pulls of if they're going to fall over or not. It's a great time. We talk a lot. It's not just about Amiga stuff. There's a lot of Coco stuff. There's 8-bit stuff. There's Tandy stuff. That is Coco. You know, different things. There's even Atari stuff. I have a 68040. Yeah, Alfie, I still have a dead 68040 that's on my back burner too. I have also a 4000 board that's on my back burner. Hot wings or some other flavor? It depends. If I make them myself, my wing choice, flavor choice is I'll do a garlic parm, or I will do a spicy barbecue, which is a combination of like a buffalo wing sauce mixed with either Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue. Just kind of slap that together, the perfect little tang, but not to blow you away. Not falling over in this part of Australia. Okay. Yep, there you go. As it's, if I can highlight this, how do I do that? Pin. Replace pinned message. Bang. There we go. So I just pinned the Amigos Retro Gaming Network. If you go to their Twitch channel, you can watch them all week long. It's a whole bunch of people, you know, that do Amiga stuff. And there's a lot of Amiga channels. Like Doug Tenmark. He's been doing this for years. He's like our grandpa. And myself, Hold to Modify Kevin. I'm just naming off the stuff off of the top of my head here. Let's see. A new channel that I think you guys would be interested in checking out, because I mean, we all look for Amiga stuff, right? Hey, wow, I just saw my own video popping up on my live stream here. Through some of my subscriptions here, let's see. Amiga Wise, a new channel, and I'm not just promoting this channel because I purchased the Amiga 3000 tower from them, but really cool. Ravenwolf Retro Tech, one word. I'm gonna put it in the chat stuff, and the only reason I'm saying this is there is a neat video on here. Not only when you see this 3000 tower here, where it came from, and its whole journey from a video station or a television station like out west in, where is it, Oregon or something like that, Washington State, I don't know. And recently he bought a hoarder's collection from a person named Mr. Stone, who worked for a school district in the 80s, early 90s, when they were still using a lot of Commodore 64, 128, 8-bit stuff. I think he found over 100 128s, and he's going to restore them, sell them, give them. I don't know what he's doing with them. But there's a video collection on there I've been watching. It's got like 10,000 views, 7,000 views, 8,000 views. Check it out if you can. Really neat. And then he's done a couple live streams since where he's shown these collections. And that's kind of what I like. I like seeing, like, holy crap, you know, we're not getting any younger. Unfortunately, we're starting to kick it off. If you're going to kick it off soon, send me an email so I know where you live and I can come to your estate sale. Nothing personal. I have a problem. But, yeah, kind of neat. It's a pretty neat site. There's a couple other ones that I've been checking out lately. Some good, some not so good. So, yeah. Hey, thank you for stopping by. And I know it's late in Australia. What is it, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that? So, yeah. So be sure to check out the International Computer Club coming up on September 24th. I believe I signed up. I saw a Google document on the Discord server of the Amiga's Gaming Network, and you can check them out on Twitch and on YouTube. And every Friday night, if the schedule says it's 3 o'clock, even if it's 5 o'clock, and I missed it, I hung out. I was there, but they were late, and I had stuff to do. I had to take my kid to somewhere, get clothes for school, because that's coming up. 3 a.m. in Australia? Whew. Well, can't do that. Pints and Amiga, yeah, my apologies. They're Twitch streamers. I don't do too much Twitch stuff. I catch Amiga Bill when he streams every once in a while, when I can. 1 a.m. Depends, I guess, on where you're at in Australia. West Coast, East Coast? Yeah, so a lot of the Twitch stuff I don't catch too much of. I watch the Amigos Friday because I'm usually sitting here working on stuff, and I watch it while I'm working on stuff. Pints and Amiga I will catch because I think it's cool because they drink beer while they game, and the more beer they drink, the funnier the episode becomes. So they're great guys. They live in Texas, I believe. And why do I still have these chips sitting out on my desk? I haven't rolled them up yet. Does everybody else use 24-hour time? Yeah. So, I mean, if you're interested in checking out Amiga channels besides, you know, the normal 5 or 6 people you watch, there's a bunch of new up-and-comers out there that are really doing a great job. And you can just... Yeah, they're plus they're insane. They're trying to get me to buy Shinerbacher beer all the time. I can only find it one place up here. I drink Hofbrau, it's German beer. Amiga 34, you know, fell in love with it there. Everybody's like, that's crap. I'm not a big drinker of anything. I do drink a lot of, you know, a case of beer will last me a couple months or one evening on the International Computer Club. Amiga for Mortals and NAG UK are Twitch Amiga streamers. Okay, Amiga Bill is in 45 minutes today. I think he's not. He stated he won't be streaming today, this week, because he has his nephew from Poland or something like that, and they're spending some family time. So I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that Amiga Bill is not streaming today. If you could confirm that, that would be cool. Confirmed. Okay. So yeah. But anyway, guys, it is 1:14 p.m. here in the eastern United States. I know people have things to do, or go to bed, or eat dinner, hang out with your family, play with your Amigas, whatever. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with an old fat guy who works on Amigas. I can't believe that poster. I still think that poster is awesomely, epically awesome. Thank you everyone else for donating ROMs and various bits and pieces to the channel, and my PayPal credit people. If you're out there, thank you for allowing me to continue to be a nut on eBay and acquire a lot of stuff. And I want to thank each and every one of you subscribers, supporters, and everyone who's ever made anything remotely interesting, like even clicking a like. You know, more people watch my videos than subscribe to my channel. If I had the subscribers that I have the watchers, I wouldn't have to work anymore. Well, I probably would, because I'd spend it on Amiga stuff. So that's pretty much all I got for today, guys. So any final questions before I press this button? Thanks for the Pints and Amiga shout out. Wow. And now you guys show up. I can't continue. It's too late. I have to go to the bathroom, believe it or not. I didn't drink my coffee or my tea. No beers for me today. Twitching while babysitting laundry, and no bill yesterday either. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you all, guys, for hanging out. I'm going to wrap this stream up now. Love you guys. I will see you on YouTube in the future. I am fast tracking the 4000 Tower series because upcoming, I'm going to give a spoiler alert just so you know what's going on. In my final episode of the 4000 Tower, which is now complete. Please remember, I film 2 to 3 months in advance because I film way too much, edit way too little, and stack videos based on the repairs coming in at the time or whatever. Yeah. Is Frank here? Oh no, Frank's not here. Yeah, I always mention Frank. And, you know, speaking of Frank, real quick, I know the Amigos have a code. You can use Amigos 10, save 10% off. Or you can use my code, NOCODE, N-O-C-O-D-E, which was a joke. It started off as a joke because Frank was like throwing stuff out everywhere. I got a shirt from Frank. It says a Retro Rewind. I wear it. Kind of stretched into it now as I'm getting a little girthy. But the funny part is I used to make a joke at the end of my videos saying, hey, if you go to retrorewind.ca, use my code NOCODE and you'll save absolutely nothing. Well, that turned into this joke, and Frank says, you know what, I'm going to make that code a 10% off code. And that is an official code. If you go to retrorewind.ca and spend $11 on a simple capacitor kit, you're getting Nichicon caps #1. Top quality caps. They're $1 a pop. So I don't know how he's doing it. Maybe caps are cheaper in Canada or something, or I don't know. He's charging everybody American money and spending Canadian. Who knows? But $11 US for a capacitor kit. Use my code NOCODE. It becomes like $8.99 plus shipping. It's not bad at all. So check those guys out. Really great site. A lot of 8-bit stuff, 16-bit stuff, blah, 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 blah. On to my 4000 before I press the button. So this is done. It's been done for a month or maybe longer. A lot of close people I talk to know what's been going on with it. I'm fast tracking this video because I needed an I/O board. Several of you have reached out. Thank you very much. It's already been taken care of. I know you're seeing bits and pieces based on part 1, part 2, now part 3 on Patreon. The reason I'm fast tracking it is part 4, I could not find the I/O board, so I reached out to PCBWay to see if they could help, and they agreed to sponsor the video for the recreation of the I/O board that I ended up finding on their shared projects. So it is a sponsored video. They did and they didn't. They did not pay for the parts, but they're supposed to give me credit for it. I don't know. It's like $25 plus shipping, and I have them over there on the third wall. But yeah, I bought 5 of them, so it's kind of my take on how I would use PCBWay's services. It is not your traditional sellout sponsor video where you say, I use PCBWay, they do all this crap. I do that, but then I kind of bash them on their practice. I don't know if they're too happy with that. Don't care. So, I'm not selling out to the old Chinese overlords, but they are on my ass to fast track that video. And I kind of been sitting on them, so they're good. I throw out 5 videos a week. You're getting a Patreon, you're getting a YouTube. You're getting a Patreon, you're getting a YouTube. And then I kind of flip them. So enjoy. That's all what it's all about. So I'm going to be a corporate shill, like Doug says, and I'm going to go cut the grass. So, but, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for always checking out this channel, even if it's a simple thumbs up, like, or dislike. Somebody out there, I know who they are. They live in Denmark and play pinball. So, Pimiga 3 is not for you. Anyway, thank you guys.